afternoon. Thank you for joining us on the Sunday Spin. My name is Vinny G. I'm coming at you from the bottom of the stairwell this afternoon. With me, as always, I have my compadres. Let me first introduce my man coming back from Record Store Day at What's Left Records in Colorado Springs. It's Greno. G, how are you this afternoon?
Doing great, man. Man, what an awesome weekend. I can't wait to tell you guys all about it. And but before we do that, we gotta introduce the third wheel, man, the awesome rock and roll queen of Poway and legend of the 64,
Legend of the 64.
the one and only Nikki Royster.
Hello out there
in TV and radio land.
Yes, the people of the cast.
That's right.
Cast out.
Sunday Spin, we love being with you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in each and every week. And if just in case you guys miss it, though, tune in on Technicolor Dreams. We got our own YouTube channel, and it's groovy. We got music videos from the Skinny Mulligans, and we got art channel demos with Ginger Lou, and we got killer stuff, Sunday Spin, and all kinds of cool stuff. So please subscribe to Technicolor Dreams. And man, Vinny, I like that background. I want to just take a journey up those stairs.
No kidding. It looks like a lighthouse, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
I wonder where it leads.
Right?
Well, you have to be here to find out. So that's the thing. You'll have to stay tuned.
It's the mystery.
That's
exactly.
it.
And I just want to mention too, this kicks off a special. We had a birthday last week in the Anonymous Collective family with Mr. Colin Estes. So I was going to give him a shout out on last week's show, but you guys held it down. I got so busy.
My man, you were right? But I mean, what a great job Nikki did with John asking the pertinent questions. And again, the show's all about our guests.
Yeah.
And, John was fabulous. We've always been very, very lucky in the guests that we pull on the spin because they all have great stories. Not afraid to share them, but it's a little Sunday powwow, and it's been a real blessing.
Yeah, you guys did such a good job. Nothing but tremendous feedback from a bunch of folks that tune in regularly. Want to give a shout out to them. Our faithful, we do appreciate them. And man, we got some really fun shows coming up. But yeah, before I go any further, I just want to say, Vinny, happy birthday coming up here on Tuesday, my brother.
Happy birthday, Vinny.
It's Monday, but thank you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You were close enough, buddy. Again, it is what it is.
Tomorrow?
Right? Tomorrow. Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, AARP, baby.
AARP. I get letters already.
Yeah.
I've been getting it for years, though. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, that's even better timing, Vinny, because tomorrow on the Groove Yard, we are doing a dual artist profile. It's going to be half with Mr. Vinny G, our man, right here on the Sunday Spin, and then also some tracks from Colin Estes. Going to celebrate both birthdays in one whack pack here on the Groove Yard, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, KCOS Digital Media. I hope you guys will join me. Now, Nikki, I'm telling you, I've been having a hell of a time playing Wabash Cannons. People love your guys' music. Yes.
Always be sure to send me those files after, and I will post those.
Okay. Absolutely.
I've been posting them as you send them. Sometimes I can get it, and sometimes I can't. For some reason, I can't connect some days. I don't know why. It's user error, I'm sure. I don't think it's KCOS, right? I think it's me.
It's all good. No, it's again, it's just great to have you guys on board. Been loving playing your music and also Son of Snake.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, we're gonna actually do some collaborations, and Nikki that he wants to do as I told you, a split 7-inch with you guys, or it would be a virtual thing, but yeah, a punk rock style, split release with Wabash Cannons and Son of Snake. So lots of great things going on with Anonymous Collective, and I want to say I'm really excited to come hang out with you guys in a couple weeks.
I'm excited to see you. It's Glenn. Can't remember the last time I saw you in person.
It's been a minute, Nick.
It's been a while, my friend.
But you know, the thing is, it's one of those situations where it's like when I see you again, like no time would have passed.
Oh, I know.
You know,
It never does, right?
yeah,
And that's the
Totally.
beauty of lifelong friendships and shared acquaintances and everything else is the time doesn't stand still, but once you've gotten through that first 30 seconds, it's like nothing ever changed.
Exactly.
it's
And-
wonderful.
It's vibes, man.
I'm
And
really.
how lucky were we to grow up with the same like-minded people?
I-
Well,
Really
the old saying we've always said is there's something in the water faucets at Poway High that turns out, you know, indie rock legends.
Isn't
legends
that
of
so
the
wild?
64. And Nikki, it's so great to see you having the successes you're having.
Yeah.
And
So
it's been hell of fire, right?
It's been a crazy ride. It's been we're at about 18 months now.
wow.
And you know, like you know, but people maybe watching don't know, I was 52 years old when my lifetime childhood friends came to me and said, "Hey, we need a singer for our punk rock band."
Yeah.
I threatened in the past, you know, just kind of kidding, but kind of serious. And they took me up on it, and man, what a little ride. I can't even believe it. I mean, my husband said that this is what I look like now because all I think about is music. Constantly, day in, day out. All I'm doing is booking shows, recording, booking other people's bands, managing some music now too. So it's pretty crazy.
You were meant to do it, born to do it.
No, I
Nikki.
wish I would have done it 20 years ago or 30 years ago, but I had kids to raise. I did the whole mom thing for a long time.
Hey, that's super important. That not a lot of people can find that balance in their life, and
Yes.
and I feel the same way. You know, it's like raising the kids was like the most important thing for a lot of years and stuff. And even though I haven't gotten back to rocking the way that you have, I actually got a couple shows coming up with the Glass Parade.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm excited. One on my birthday, which we have a show on my birthday too.
Hey, wait, don't tell me. Is your birthday in May?
Yeah.
May?
It should be pretty easy because I just said, what?
Is it May? Was it May 23rd? May 20?
21st. Very good.
I was close. I remember, kind of, sort of.
No, you did great. You better than I was like celebrating Vinny on Tuesday and it's tomorrow. But it makes even more sense to celebrate tomorrow with the Groove Yard.
Oh, Groove Yard Monday, right? And what a great honor. I mean, I'm knocked out to say the least. And you know, to share the stage, so to speak, with Colin, who you know, I've been in awe of since he's been with us on Anonymous Collective. The family's growing, Greno. And it's reaching out, and you know, through people like Mark White at KCOS giving us the break with the Groove Yard, and how things are expanding. So, you know, before we get into Record Store Day, because I definitely want to get into, how's the Groove Yard been doing as far as, you know, are you hearing from any crazy places around the world? Because it's worldwide now, and that's a far cry from us playing on 4 tracks in the garage and throwing cassettes around. You know, it's an amazing time to be doing what we're doing. So yeah, I mean, what's the craziest place you've heard from?
Oh gosh, probably places in Asia. Like I get, we don't get a lot of direct feedback, but Mark gives me feedback in like numbers and places where people are listening. And yeah, it seems like a lot of places like Europe, South America too, getting listens. And what's interesting about that is, the show comes on at 6 p.m. Mountain. So when I hear that people are listening all over the world, it's kind of like, what time is it there? It's like, is that part of their morning? Is that part? Because I know for me, when I a podcast or something that I enjoy, it becomes part of your day. I'm going to watch this at this time or tune in at that time. So yeah, it's great to get that feedback. And yeah, Mark's very encouraging about the, people all over the world, are getting to hear Wabash Cannon, Skinny Mulligan, Son of Snake, Raven's Orchard, Glass Parade, Prefab Soul. It's like, the label never, Vinny knows this, wasn't really a label per se, and like, oh, we're going to go out and sign bands and we're going to find the next Smashing Pumpkins. It was just about documenting community. And those are always the band, the labels that I admired, like Discord, Touch and Go, some of the labels out of San Diego, Vinyl Communications, Headhunter, they're documenting, specific, communities. And I think that just kind of, we're doing that in a real kind of microcosm, kind of microscopic way of just our community. And it is growing though, Vinny, you're right. It's so much fun.
And more to the point, from the get-go with Anonymous Collective, when you first started, in the infancy, we always said, this is really not a record label. This is a musical co-op.
Absolutely.
And that's really what it's turned out to be and blossomed. And it's very exciting. Yeah,
it's super fun. It's been the thing that's been, I'm not out there like get on the front lines like Nikki, doing all these shows. It's great. It's amazing. Nikki, I got to hand it to you guys, because I know the folks in your band, it's not like everyone else is like 15, 16 in the band. You guys are all, getting up there in the rock and roll age, but you're still doing it. You're still having a great time and showing that enthusiasm. I love it. To me, it's inspired me and reinvigorated me. And again, having you guys on the show, your music and stuff, it's killer. I love it. Thank you so much.
We're having a blast, and I'm really, half the time they want to choke me out, I think, because even this morning, I'm texting. I'm like, okay, I just booked Bancroft Club for July 1st, and they're just like, can you ever slow down, But I can't. It's this thing about we're getting a little older, I'm hitting it hard. I'm taking them for a ride with me. Come on, you guys, or they're taking me, whatever, how you want to look at it.
Right.
But, it's like there's no time to stop. You got to keep moving, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, but I think I am making them a little crazy. I'm starting to get texts from the wives now. Like, is my husband playing a show on?
Oh, that's great. Oh man, Nikki.
I'm taking him on a vacation or out to dinner or whatever, and I feel a little guilty, but at the same time, I'm like,
That's the only way. That's the only way that stuff gets done, though, in a band.
But you do, and you need somebody who will do it. And I, one of the beauties of this age, guys, right, is that I'm not afraid of anything anymore. I'm just fearless. I mean, I'll call any club owner. I mean, I'm even calling some of the mucky mucks around town. Some of the bigger names. And asking them for favors and things. And I think they're kind of taken aback, like this little girl, well, not young, but a short girl in this band, she wants us to play, and like some big names. Asking them if they want to do stuff at some of these smaller clubs. And I've had a couple of them go, you know what, I'm not totally opposed to it. We just have to figure it out. So more to come. More to come. It's been a lot of fun. I'm learning. Oh my gosh, the learning curve is crazy.
That was amazing. It's awesome, and we're really excited. Oh, kitty alert!
Sorry.
What's the kitty's name?
This one is Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
I have twins.
Oh.
Yes, you'll see another one probably somewhere.
Cool.
Is the other one named Ethel or Desi or?
No. These were Gigi is my youngest kid. These were Gigi's kitties.
Oh.
And Gigi, being a 20-year-old who had her own apartment, thought it was a great idea to get 2 cats. Both Kevin and I said, that's probably not such a good idea. You can barely take care of yourself. Next thing we knew, we have 4 cats now. So, anyway. Sorry.
That's parents. Yep, parents often we inherit our pets of our kids as well. It happens, definitely. It's something that is part of life. But man, you guys, what a journey this has been. We're in season 5 now of Sunday Spin.
5
And
years.
I remember when Nikki was a guest. Remember that, Vince?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, the thing I remember was it was actually my birthday last year at this time.
Oh,
when
that's
Nikki
right.
was
It
our guest.
was. I
No
remember.
way.
Yeah, absolutely. That and
popped
a
up
lot
on
of
my
echo. I
memory
remember a
feed.
lot of echo that
Yeah.
afternoon. But
Yeah.
Nikki, being the trooper she is, she pulled right through and was on our season finale too with Fez Wrecker, as you remember.
Yeah. That was
the wonderful Fez Wrecker, right?
You have to get Fez back on. Is he going to be on soon?
Well, you know, we can't keep Fez away for long, right? We have the open invitation to the quote unquote regulars that we've had.
Yes,
all the
I
way
hope
through.
so.
And
Yeah,
they
Chris,
know. All they got to do is knock on the door. We're going to answer.
The Fez, Chris, and Tim show.
And Rick, for that
yeah. But speaking of upcoming shows, so we're not really sure what we're going to do next week. I know, speaking of birthdays, so next Sunday is my wife's birthday. Still want to do the show though, but yeah, we'll just do a little quick shout out. She was been watching the shows, actually on YouTube live. So I recommend that. Yeah, and she can watch it up on the Roku TV while I'm down here. I went up last week or 2 weeks, whenever it was, and she was like, "Yeah, I watched the show." I was like, "Oh, okay." Like a little bit more like, "Oh, what'd you think?" You know. And but yeah, she enjoys it. So it'll be her birthday next week. We'll do a show, but then the week after we'll be in Poway. So that's going to be a really maybe we can get Fez and some of the gang to just hang out with us and reminisce about old Poway music times. Because
it'll be
kind of my guy,
right?
It was kind of my guy. I wanted to see what you guys thought.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
then on the 14th, it's Mother's Day. So Nikki, you have a reprieve. You have no.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we're still going to do. My cousin Skip's going to be on the show.
Cool.
And fabulous jazz musician, just put out a album. Oh my gosh, you guys, this album is. I'll send you links so you guys can check out his record. It's really, really good. Heavy hitters in the jazz world. Playing with him on this record, and you know what's cool about my cousin, kind of like Nikki, what you were saying about strapping on the music boots in your 50s, is my cousin has been playing music and teaching and transcribing old blues and stuff for years. But just in the last few years, he started his recording career. He did an album with Phil Revita. It was the Revita Grasso Jazz Ensemble. But then now he just cut this other record. It's like a quintet, I think, 4 or 5 piece. And it's just, man, it's so good. And it's like all his compositions, and like he's so, you know, and he's 60. No, I guess he's 58, something like that. So it's so inspirational. And like you guys were saying, all of our friends are still doing music. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, we'll have him on the 14th, and then on the 21st we'll do something goofy for my birthday. Oh, my dad is going to be visiting, so we'll probably have him on for a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to San Diego, you guys, to celebrate my mom's 80th birthday.
Wow.
Cheers to Joyce. Yes.
Yeah, I know.
That's awesome.
Joyce and she's doing a wonderful job of like getting stuff organized because there's not really anyone to do that. So she's got things organized and planned, and my sister and my 2 nephews are coming, and yeah, it's gonna be really cool. And I'm gonna drive out there with Alex, my youngest daughter, and then Miriam and Roxy will fly out there, and then they'll fly back, and I'll road trip it back by myself. Oops.
Wow.
Oh, I love driving. Oh, I love.
Actually, that's really cool. I love that idea. I'm ready for a road trip.
I love being on the road. It's so much fun. It's like we got to take the Mulligans out. We got to do a Mulligans, Wabash Cannons, little like West Coast little. Yeah, let's go, man. That's one of my bucket list things. Like, you know, a lot of my friends have toured. You guys know we've seen friends tour and do. And I would not want to do what some friends have done, but you know, a week to me would just be a kick at this age. You know, just go out, play some empty, you know, dive bars. I'm not trying to, you know, just for the experience and the vacation time and the camaraderie. So maybe not this summer coming up, but maybe next summer.
I'm down. I'm down. We're in talks with another San Diego band for doing a little. My guys can't do the week because, teachers have such a good vacation schedule, but my guys work all week. But they've said if you can figure it out how to do Fridays and a Saturday and maybe even a Sunday, we fly back Monday. So we'll see. I'm trying to work something out, but we've got some San Diego bands who are talking too. So
yeah, and Colorado.
I'd be down to do any of that, like Colorado or Seattle. I've got a kid up in Seattle now, so some connections there.
The brothers, Nikki, the brothers from the record store, What's Left Records, they book a lot of shows in its town. So really favorable venues, like different places. So and then they have their own like DIY venue too, which is really cool. It's like ask someone for the address type of place.
Oh, I love that.
What they're doing, I know what they're doing reminds me so much of just how the vibe of what we were doing back in the day. And like, it's great to be a part of something. And they're younger, they're like in their 30s.
Oh, really?
But I couldn't have been more lucky to find those guys to be able to, first Brian started booking shows for all my bands. And then years later, when they opened the record store, just as COVID hit, they asked me to work there, and it's been like 2.5, almost 3 years. And we're going to be moving soon, actually, to a new location across from the Black Sheep, which is the kind of the, swanky little venue here in town. Okay. My dad, Bob Merle, is chiming in. He says, the Velvet. Oh, that takes us back, right?
Oh.
What a dump that was. I mean, it was a fun place to play, but like Outrage did a reunion there. In like 90, way late, like weird, like much later.
Late 90s. Yeah, I recall. Yeah. It was a crazy time, but there was really that time framing. And Greno, I'm sure you can back me up on that. We had that abyss for, far too long in the early 2000s. I mean, people were doing their things and people were playing. There was no unity. And that's why, to me, Anonymous Collective is so important, because I don't think we would have this network of friends, relations, people we grew up with, counting people that we've met along the way without you having that idea, Glenn. So, on my behalf, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because I know I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing at this age. I wouldn't have the resources or the initiative. But I think a lot of people would share those sentiments with me too, G.
I appreciate that. It's fun, man. It's something that's kept a lot of us together and a lot of us connected through the years. Like Son of Snake, for example, like we worked together. The place where I met my wife years ago in Santa Rosa, California, we worked together then. And he was a bass player in a lot of different bands. And come to find out recently, his band that had done 3 or 4 albums back in the day worked with Kylie Henner and Jesse Wickman from Nuisance, who are Nikki, them. I mean, they're Santa Rosa, Sonoma County staple for all of us back in the early 90s.
Great band.
Right, just to hear, and they've been. We've had Kyle on the show as well.
I watched the episode you had with him.
Yeah, he's a wonderful guy, and Jesse. We've had Jesse on as well.
Jesse too.
But yeah, so it just to connect all those dots and like to have people still doing great music. I mean, look at the nephews and the niece still doing great music. Just put out a new 10-inch. Fantastic, work that they're doing. And Fez's Jug Band. I forget the exact name of the band, but so good, like just great. Great music and energy. And Fez always is about the show, baby. Oh, Son of Snake chimed in. Oh, Jesse recorded most of. Here we go. Yeah, what's up? Good. What's up, Salty? Yep, Son of Snake joining us. Jesse recorded.
I love your music, Son of Snake.
Yeah, so Mr. Wickman, drummer extraordinaire. Thanks for joining us, Son of Snake. Fucking awesome, man. Love your music, dude. Yeah,
their music's rad.
Yep. Yeah, Chris is a stand-up dude. It's great to have all this interaction too on the Sunday Spin, and we're gonna have you on too really soon, Chris. So check out Chris's album. It's on all the streaming platforms. Son of Snake. on YouTube. Got some videos out and everything. And oh yeah, Nikki's got to give a shout out to you. He says he loves Wabash too, baby.
Aw.
I am.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
mutual friends on social media. We watch each other's stuff and send a little message every once in a while. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little community going right now with ooh, my kitty's knocking over the computer.
Classic.
I got another one now. So sorry.
No, it's great, Nikki.
The other one.
Nikki, we're so happy to have. From the bottom of my heart, we're so happy to have you on the show.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, I feel like
it's different. It's cool. It takes me away from. Kevin and I were playing guitar a little bit ago, and I looked at the clock. I almost pulled it. I call this a Nikki now.
Well, you know,
I'm
Glenn,
such a space cadet.
We're always looking for new shows here on Technicolor Dreams, right?
Oh, always.
Spin-off. I could see like Nikki and her pet pals.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? It's just, I'll bring a chicken in. Houdini's going to join me. Houdini is our one of our hens that she gets out, and she loves, she's actually really mean, but she loves people, especially men. She loves my bandmates. When we record here at the house, we have a full recording studio. And when we recorded, Houdini came in and she hung out with the guitar player the whole time. So we call Houdini Adam's girlfriend.
Oh, that's great.
I'll bring her on. She could be a guest.
I love it. Oh, that's fantastic. Also, we want to let people know too, like Nikki's going to be our on the go gal. Like she's going to be like, because she goes to a lot of concerts, festivals, things. One of my goals is to, and Nikki, I know you're working on this behind the scenes right now, is to get into the Punk Rock Museum. I was living in Vegas for 4 months last year, and I was like tracking that whole time, checking the website. Please open, please open. You know,
like
on Instagram, like, when's it going to open? When's it going to? And then it did open on April Fool's Day. It looks like so much fun.
Yes.
I'm so proud of those people for doing that and putting that together.
Yes.
And if any interaction that we can have with them and that, and also we kind of have a mutual link. So the guys that own the record store, their friend is Chesky. And he's on the, I don't know if Fat Mike's, if you know, he's got that new project. What's it called? Man, this is bad. I should know the name. Anyways, just put out a new album and Chesky's on it. And it's the dude from, it's like a collaboration project. This thing's going to blow up huge because they're doing like, co-defendants. They're doing like punk rock. Chesky's a rapper. It's like every kind of like thing that these guys can do. They're putting it and they're just throwing it in the kitchen sink. And apparently, you know, all those guys are linked. So it won't be long before we're all hanging out and, you know, toasting in Vegas at the Punk Rock Museum.
Yes. Well, I'm working on getting us a tour in there. I have a connection. So he's one of the founding members. Ooh. So I'm fingers crossed. I'm pretty hopeful. If nothing else, he'll give us a quick overview with information and everything else. But I actually shot him a message yesterday just asking him what I need to do to be sure I secure tickets, because obviously Punk Rock Bowling Weekend is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna buy a ticket in advance, and then I'll hook up with him to get over there. If nothing else, he'll give us a 15-minute, 20-minute quick, mini tour or at least a little lecture.
So I got a quick question for you guys. So apparently a whole bunch of different legendary people go there and do these tours, people that are from, punk rock. So just off the quick dome, can't think about it too much. Who would you have do your tour? Go. I'm going with Olga from the Toy Dolls.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. I was thinking Captain Sensible.
Wow,
you'd be laughing nonstop.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. Yeah. Captain's a cool dude.
What about you, Vin?
Oh, wow. I mean, a lot of the legends are gone right now, but if I named one off the top of my head, I'd take that wild card and I'd go with my man, Johansen
Oh God, great pick.
from the
Yes.
Dolls, right? I
Yeah.
mean, punk rock, everybody has that opinion on where punk rock begins, but boy, that's a big name.
Yeah, it's great. I love all of them. I mean, I didn't even think I was going to say Olga, and I did. So he would just, I
That
just
would be
think
fun. That would be funny too.
right? Oh, he would be hilarious. Of course,
Wouldn't it? Could you understand a word he was saying though? That's going to be
no, I wouldn't. I don't think everyone would be like this. What did he say? Did he say Darby Crash? I mean, what did he say? Was that, but so yeah, record store day, guys. Gosh, we haven't even talked about it. We're so go with the flow. I mean, it's not a negative thing. It's great. Yeah, I worked yesterday. Best day we've had at What's Left Records, I think, probably ever. Just the whole vibe. Not so much maybe foot traffic was huge, massive. People.
Did you have a line out the door? Did you guys have a line before you got there? Our record
yes, and we're
was literally around the block. Vinny, did you know that animated record? Sorry,
yeah, everywhere, right? I mean, every city has a story like that.
And plus, it was 20 degrees that morning
20?
here. Yeah,
a lot of people bundled up in their parkas on their iPhones, waiting for the store to open.
Yeah, winter will not give up here. It's extremely annoying, especially again having a taste of desert life. I was like, dude, I miss this. Like, this is way closer to San Diego, and but that's another story. We'll talk about that relocation vibe on another day. But yeah, it was a great day. It was so much. We had a DJ in there, Piranha Non Grata. Really good. Old punk rock dude. Yeah, he's super.
That's a great
rock guy. He brought like 400 records. He's always bringing records. Supposed to. So he was great. The brother killed it. Did a fantastic job. What do you guys think of the number ones? I mean, it's probably, everyone's going like, duh, but maybe you guys didn't follow it. There was one record that millions of people were looking for. Do you guys know what that was?
Oh,
do you know the name of the artist?
I don't know.
It's okay. I wouldn't have either.
Okay, what was it?
Taylor Swift.
No.
Yeah, makes sense.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so out of touch. I don't even know. I didn't know. I wouldn't have thought that generation would be into vinyl, but I guess they could be. I mean,
well, so yeah, her and Adele and a few of these other like the modern Madonnas in a way. I mean, and I don't mean that's music stylistically. It just the impact that they're having on the industry. I mean, it was really cool. You saw these little girls, like 14, 15-year-old girls coming in just for that record. And I'm like,
that's cool, though.
They're going to buy vinyl. And that's the thing is that, a lot of people are like, oh, it's slowing down record production and this. And yes, there's problems, but that's more on the record labels, closing their record plants and starting the CD revenue. I mean, that's their fault. It's not a supply and demand issue. Isn't really. I mean, what Metallica just bought a pressing plant.
Well, I was just going to say this could be a boon for records. Actually, if you get some of these artists to buy into vinyl, won't that promote some more production companies?
I believe so.
I hope so.
Like last year,
you have to get the public. No matter what the labels are doing, if the public doesn't want to buy vinyl, they're not going to buy vinyl. But the fact is, customers are reaching out and asking for vinyl. And the first question for a lot of these new artists is, can I get this on vinyl? And the answer is more and more becoming yes. So it has become full circle mainstream, in my opinion. And that's where it's at. People are buying vinyl.
Yep. And I think one thing, I mean, in the fall, my daughter and I got a chance to see Adele. I didn't know that much of her music other than what I'd heard from my daughters and stuff. And we saw her like spectacular show at Caesar's Palace and stuff. And I was like, wow, the impact some of these artists have is amazing. And then I was reading about Taylor Swift, and And her thing that I think I really admire about her was all her masters were in a bad record deal. So she's been re-recording all of her album. I mean, what a punk rock thing to do.
Yeah,
I
right.
love it.
Take
I
it
mean,
back.
douchebag, yeah. Some,
Yeah.
you know, I forget the guy's name that got, you know, discovered her, played the Masters game with her, and then so she's like, well, screw you. I'm gonna re-record them. And that's what this has, you know, she's come out, I think 2 or 3 of the original 5 or 6 albums that she did, she's re-recording because she had known the Masters.
Yeah.
I mean, even people we know that there's a Poway band that I will not mention that people can figure out where there was a Masters game where someone went and re-recorded a bunch of tracks so folks couldn't get paid and stuff. So it's a real shame to see stuff like that happen, but it's great to see artists take the reins and be like, I ain't gonna be no victim.
No.
And that's what Taylor Swift to me represents. I'm not so much a fan of her music, but I'm a fan of what she represents and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. So, yeah. Bad deals. Ugh.
Sounds like Mystic Records in the 80s. Son of Snake, bringing the right. Absolutely. Bringing the history to the Sunday Spin. Man, what a killer show, you guys. So yeah, just real quick, since we appreciate everyone hanging out. I wanted to show you guys this album that my friend Danny Stewart put out. Let's see, there it is. It's Colorado Springs Underground, Volume 1, 1983 to 1994. It's got like 15 bands, I believe. And it's really cool.
That is cool.
And it's got a really awesome booklet as well, only 300 copies. And each band gets like 2 pages.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's like, bam, like you get information and liner notes. Some of the actual people
I love that.
in the bands. Yeah, it's so like, it just like looks like something that would have come out in the mid 80s. And the cool thing for me is yesterday, because, you know, you guys know I didn't live here. And one of my homies was in the shop yesterday, and she was looking at it. I'm like, open it up and all that. You lived here and stuff, and automatically it was like I was hearing stories about this band and going to buy hair dye for the singer of this band. It's like that's the coolest thing ever. Is because I didn't live here, but folks that I know did, and so I get to hear all these great stories. So it's going to be really cool to have Danny on. Now, Danny's band is the Creeps. So they have a song on here called Mayhem. Really cool punk band. But like the band Vex, they had like Nikki, you'd like them, the female punk band. Well, singer was chick. Trenchfoot, like all these cool, you know, Sponge, Godburger, Big Joey. And it's really cool. All varying sound qualities, you know. So you get some stuff that's like, damn, that's like a practice recording.
Yeah, it's like a demo. It's
a
demo in the garage.
Old MRR, you know, compilations, and I love old punk compilations.
Cool.
Well,
so
the regional stuff is so important as well, because as you guys know, I don't have to tell you, punk rock especially, and I can't think of any other form of popular music that you can say this about. Punk rock music in its heyday, in its upbringing, was very, very regional.
Mm-hmm.
You had Texas punk, you had San Francisco punk, which was different than LA punk, the New York scene, and then of course England, all in this little, you know, tightly wrapped circle. So when you can really dig deep,
right? Like some of the regional stuff, like you hear LA,
you know where they're from.
It's got that sound, right? San Diego has a little bit of a sound too. I think still even to this day, like with this kind of renaissance. And I'm sure Colorado does, the different big cities in Colorado. I mean, I dig what you guys
are saying. And, you know, it's something that a lot of the folks, you know, the originators of the genre, so to speak, talk about, you know, but it's funny because it's all pre-internet, like minuscule information other than like your Flip Side, Maximum Rock and Roll type of stuff. It's kind of like I equate it to the pyramids, you know, different parts of the world. It's happening without these people exchanging information.
I know. I think about that too. How did that happen?
How did they know in South, like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's amazing to see. And, you know, these these worldwide punk, like you said, Vinny, it's a worldwide movement. You know, tape trading. Think about tape trading. Yes. I mean, that started, and Maximum Rock and Roll Radio was like, man, I used to dream about listening. Like, where can I find it? Like, because back in the day, college radio, you guys know, it was on cable only. So unless you were living close, you weren't listening to K-Sun unless you were close to San Diego or Sonoma State. You weren't listening to, you know, this station unless you were close. So, man, but nowadays it's so wonderful to have these resources to be able to do this. I mean, what's this? Tuesdays, 9 p.m.? What's Tuesdays, 9 p.m.? We need to know. We're on a need-to-know basis. So, Son of Snake, I don't know. Oh, maybe he's got some music premieres coming up. It looks like. So, yeah, follow him, you guys, too. Head over to YouTube. And when you subscribe to Technicolor Dreams, you can subscribe to Son of Snake as well. Nikki, are you guys on there, too?
We are on YouTube. I actually just established a Wabash Cannons YouTube page, an official one. So it not only has, because the way that YouTube works now, I don't know if you know, YouTube did the thing where they combined everything together for you. So anything that was uploaded from your distributor now goes into your artist page. So it's pretty cool. So I can track, like I do all the metadata. I can track all the meta, it's hard to say that, metadata on YouTube. And it's pretty cool to see how many, you know, views and listeners and whatnot. It's surprising. YouTube has a huge reach.
Yeah,
it's our best friend, really, Greno. I mean, the videos, you know, are where we're getting a lot of our attention. Absolutely.
I can't wait to see it. Vin, I can't wait to see a Wabash Cannons video. It's gonna
go on there. I've been posting as we do shows. I've been posting videos up there, and there's a thing. Son of Snake, listen to this too. So you should be doing shorts. Do shorts. What happens is YouTube kicks those out. They're like TikToks, and YouTube kicks them out for nothing. And I've gotten about somewhere in the area of 1,500 to 2,000 views on each one of those. And I mean, that's pretty amazing for a little punk rock band from San Diego to get that many views. So it helped us with getting a lot more followers and subscribers too.
That's awesome. So yeah, Chris was letting us know that Tim Yohannan and the gang are on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Maximum Rock and Roll Radio. So it is still on. That's killer. And then my dad chimes in. North Mississippi All-Stars, Punk Roots with DDT in Memphis. Yeah, thank Pop bringing the knowledge. He's going to be on the show in about 3 weeks or so. And then, yeah, Son of Snake confirming Nikki.
Okay, cool.
Great interaction this today, you guys. And one real quick, I got some other albums. I'm just going to go through real, like not even like half a second because I haven't even listened to them yet. So I got this Black Renaissance record, which is a jazz record. It's like Woody Shaw and a bunch of Billy Hart, Buster Williams, so a bunch of really good players on that one. Underground jazz from the 60s, and then also this En Medio, which is this artist Sriracha. This dude was actually in the band Redbone. You guys?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all Native American, I believe. That
interesting.
Band. Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Really cool, like fusiony, like mellow, like Latin jazz, kind of really awesome.
God, I'd love to see your record collection. Sometime you'll have to give us a tour.
Oh, we should. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. Beach House. I don't know if you know.
I love Beach House.
I know. I adore them. They're my daughter and I. This is an EP that came out, but the last album, Once Twice Melody, we adore that. It's my daughter Alex gets me. Both my kids like a lot of good music, but my daughter and I hang out a lot, so. Like Mac DeMarco and a lot of stuff she's gotten me into.
Very cool.
Vinny, I think you'd really like Mac DeMarco if you haven't heard him. This is the Boris and Son thing, craziness, darkness from the depths of doom and all that. Crazy, great band, like two great bands combining on a collaboration. And then Danny also gave me the 6th Sense record. And it's got a cool punk rock patch. Look at that. Bam!
Oh, a patch. I love a patch.
Right. So I got all those yesterday. I think most people got what they wanted.
It's so cool.
There were some folks that didn't really, we made a list of some folks that if we could get more Taylor Swift type of things, we'll, reach out. And yeah, man, you guys have got a lot of people still hanging out with us. I just want to say thank you guys. I know you guys can't see those numbers, but it's amazing. Yeah. This is like, we're almost an hour in without a guest. And that's a testament to you two beautiful people who I am so honored to share this forum with. And it's so much fun. We're going to have some really amazing shows coming up, you guys. So thank you guys for sticking out with us for almost a whole hour. Nikki, any shows you have coming up?
May I?
Yeah,
so
of course.
This coming Friday, April 28th, it's going to be a freaking killer lineup. We've got the Tramplers, our psychobilly band out of Yuma, stand-up bass, the whole 9 yards. Then we're playing second. So, Vinny, I hope if you're around, if you can even come for just an hour or a couple hours. We're playing second, and so Wabash Cannons, and then Skullbusters, who's my husband's band. They're a band from the 80s. They played with lots of big names, including Discharge, Exploited, and a lot of the other punk rock bands in the 80s. They're back together again with all the original members, except for they've added a couple of neat players like Kevin playing keys. And so Skullbusters, and then the headliner is 13 Wolves. And if you've never seen them, it's a full costume band. They're called Horror Punk. It's a whole movement down here. So that's this coming Friday. And then the Saturday after, on May 6th, Revolt Chicks, big punk rock band. They've toured internationally. They're from San Diego. We're playing with them. They're headlining. We're going second. And Brighton Street Bullies, which are an Oi band from San Diego. We've got we have an Oi scene here. It's kind of interesting. I love them, by the way. They're my brothers. I love those guys. And then the opening act will be a band from Orange County called Distractions, spelled with an X and a Z in there somehow. So if anybody's around, come and see it. Both those shows are going to be excellent. That's at the Ken Club.
It's so nice. Try and be there. Yeah, it's so nice to have the scene back open again. It's been way
I gotta get you a lot of coffee, Vinny, or something.
Well, it's not easy, not easy being me sometimes, especially at my advanced age.
No. I just mean, I know you guys are working a ton. I know it's hard to go out, but I'm making this a little bit of a business, so to speak, without being paid.
Oh, with Greno in town, we're going to be around.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to try and make that show on the 6th.
Here. You better come, Glenn.
I know. Believe me. Yeah. It's we're having a thing for my mom for her birthday in the daytime. But yeah, I should be able to. We
won't even go on till like 10. You got to.
I'm gonna and I've got hair now, so I might spike. I'm like, man, I should just be like, it's 1985.
Come over here first, and we'll do your hair.
My name's Elroy. I'm the drummer of Outrage. I should just totally.
Yeah, the drummer of Outrage.
But yeah, Son of Snake. I found a poster with Skullbusters on it.
And Necros. That's right, Misfits.
Wow, that was one of their. Chris, thanks
Kevin actually, I don't know if he has it on right now. He's walking around here somewhere, but he had on that T-shirt this morning. Do you have it on, Kevin? No, you don't. Otherwise, I'd make him come get the picture. But
Brighton Street OBO. I don't know about that one.
Oh, Brighton Street. Yes, they're from OB.
That's wow, my dad's into it. Man, you guys are
smartest. He knows what's up.
We have the smartest audience. Like
you got a good audience.
It's like these people are on top of it. And again, to hang out with us for an hour on a Sunday, like what a fantastic gift. It was a killer week, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. They had that stoner holiday on Thursday, and it was a really great day for the company that I work for. Potsmith, love you guys. Vinny, speaking of offshoot, I want to maybe think about doing some kind of podcast with the folks over at my work, Potsmith, a Potsmith's podcast. But yeah, great week for that. Great week for records. always a great week for music. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I can't wait to delve into my new stuff, but yeah,
on that note, brother, on that note, anybody who does have an idea for a podcast or thinks that's something they might have an interest in, I mean, what is there to it, G? We've been doing this for how long now?
Oh man, it's like I said, what, almost 3 years?
Yeah, and as much as we appreciate the support, if you have a subject that you have a passion about, give you guys a call. We would love to have you on the network.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. And I love producing stuff. So I never, my comfort zone is really, not in front of the camera. So yeah, I'm always down to produce shows. It was cool doing the shows with Ginger.
Great show.
Our friends from Poway. Yeah, Ginger Lou, great artist. We toured some places. One in Vegas, the Del Mar art exhibits and stuff. So yeah, anything like that is super fun. In fact, I need to get a hold of her and do some more shows. But yeah, it would be great. I would love that. And again, I already see a spinoff called Nikki on the Go. I mean, I don't know what that. You know what I mean? Like you can just already see it. Nikki on the Go. Totally cruising around like cruiser, like peace out in the very beginning.
Yeah, I have a drop top. And that's just about how it sounds too.
No, Nick, you sound fucking great. It's so cool. I want to say too, like Nick, you and Vinny were like awesome inspirational people when I was in high school, because I always had friends that were, into certain things, this kind of music, that. And you guys really broadened my horizons. Like when I was hanging out with you all, I was like, you guys were playing me stuff that oh, wow. Like I never, Nikki, forever indebted to you for Cocteau Twins, Susie and the Banshees, bands like that I'd never even heard. And then you played them for me and I was like, wow, this chick likes some cool music. Maybe she's all right. So no, but seriously, and Vinny too, immaculate taste in music. And that's why we do the show together, because we all mesh, not just as human beings, but our musical sensibilities. There's so much overlap. So you guys rock.
Awesome, dude.
All right.
And long live the Mulligans and long live the Wabash Cannons, the mighty Wabash Cannons.
Oh.
I know, it's so cool. I love it.
John Cornelius would say, right? The mighty, mighty Wabash Cannons.
Exactly. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So keep it rolling. And Nikki, let us know too when you guys have a release coming out. But
okay, got some stuff coming up. I won't spill the beans. I get in trouble every time I do that. So I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. But we got some stuff we're working on.
Got to keep it official. Well, I just want to say again, thank you guys to my co-host, Vinny. Happy birthday.
Thank you, my man.
Yes. Happy birthday, Vinny.
We'll be celebrating and thinking about you guys all week. And yeah, killer show. And I guess, wow, we love you guys. We'll see you guys next week again. Subscribe to Technicolor Dreams. Watch or listen to the Groove Yard, 6 p.m., KCOS Digital Media. And yeah, I don't know. We got to figure out a way to get that show, like Nikki was saying, if you can't watch it live or listen to it live. So we'll figure out something. Son of Snake says good night. And yeah, thank you guys so much. We love you. Be good, be kind. Most importantly, be yourself. And yeah, love you guys so much.
Peace out, guys. Love you guys.
See you guys next week. Adios.